Hey there. I have a little bit extra time today, so I thought I would do a video for you so that we could talk about flat ironing and how to smooth and straighten your hair without really damaging it. You want to make sure you're using good products and that you have a heat protector and that you're not over flat ironing, so that you're not doing it so much so that you're kind of breaking off your ends or making them brittle. Typically what I do is when I blow dry my curly frizzy hair, I kind of do a round brush, and then the next day I iron it, and then the next day maybe I curl it, or vice versa, just to kind of give a little bit of heat variety so I'm not damaging my hair. I did blow dry it. I washed it today and used the Renew and the Intense Repair Conditioner. And I put a couple of, well, I actually put a full dropper thing of oil in my hair. It just kind of soaks it in, and not everybody can do that. I would suggest 1 to 3 drops at a time, using it wet and dry to kind of see how your hair absorbs it and how much it needs, because you might not need that much. I also used the blowout cream. This has a heat protector in it, but also give control and shine to the hair, especially when it's frizzy and ruly hair like mine. So anyhow, I used a little bit. It's very easy to get just a small amount, and you don't use a whole lot. I used about a pea size amount. So I like to section my hair when I do it in flat irons. I have 3 little sections here, 1, 2, and 3. And I use a comb, a heat protected comb. This just will keep it nice and smooth, and my hands don't get hot. When you're flat ironing, what you really don't want is to hear that. Sometimes it happens, but you keep your flat iron in motion. So I'll comb through the hair in a clean section, and I take my flat iron right behind it and just go quickly to kind of preheat the hair. And I do that 2 to 4 times. And the last time I do it, I just kind of bring it real close to the iron and come out. And I don't comb through it until it's cool. Just use my comb and pick up another section here. If it's real tangly, you're not going to get smooth hair. If you're kind of going fast and you don't have a lot of time, and you know, it just won't come out as smooth. But if you're just wanting to do it quickly, then it won't be as straight, which is still okay. Well, for me anyways. I'm gonna do this section right here. You could hear it a little bit. I try not to. Also through your ends, when you think about the lifespan of your hair, the hair has a lifespan of about 4 to 7 years, and these hairs on the very bottom are probably a little bit older, so they might have been damaged a little bit more, and they're a little bit weaker. So when you're ironing, you really want to make sure that you're letting go a little bit so that the heat is on the iron, but you're not really just pressing massive amounts of heat on your iron. And also when you're using MONAT, it's a very clarifying, detoxifying system. So it gets all the buildup and all the gunk off the hair. So you really want to make sure that you're turning your heat tools down. Most people don't need to have intense heat on the hair. You just take smaller sections and you go through it, you know, a few more times. That's kind of a big section there. Anyhow, let's go to this side. This is a Babyliss flat iron. This is my favorite iron. It has a warranty of like 4 years, so I like to use them. It's temperature controlled, and it's a titanium plate, which it's a ceramic heating system, but the titanium, well, ceramic breaks down over time, and it can pull on the hair, especially if you're flat ironing. Well, that's a big section. I'll split that in half just doing this. But the titanium doesn't really wear down, so it's really, the heat core is that ceramic heat core, but the titanium plates don't break down, so they can't really pull your hair. Sometimes with my top section's a little frizzier, so I go over it a little bit more and bring it down. If you wanted some extra volume at the root, but you still wanted to have straight hair, you could either not iron this part or kind of bring it up and give a slight bend, like that, just to the root area so that you would have it come away from your scalp. I'm going to go over the ends a little bit more on this one. And it's been a total of about 5 minutes, so I'm not really taking that much extra time to flat iron my hair. It would probably take me about 5 minutes to curl it. Again, if you take little itty bitty sections and you're really going for a sleek, smooth, straight look and you have curly, thick hair, it might take you more than 5 minutes. But you don't do it every day, hopefully. Sometimes you get a little bit of steam or a little bit of, you know, it looks like, it doesn't look like smoke, I won't say that, but it has a little bit of steam give off from the product on the hair when it gets really hot. So it's not coming off the hair, it just, there's an element that you don't really want to have your hair steam a lot. And you want to make sure that your hair is completely dry before you flat iron it. It's most fragile when it's wet. So when you're blow drying it and it's just partially damp and you can get your iron on your hair and it kind of makes a little sizzle sound, I don't think of that as a positive thing. So healthy hair, no sizzle. Try to use as little amount of heat as you possibly can to have the most healthiest of hairs. I really try to work with my natural curl a lot more so that I have options. Which way is my hair going? Can't remember. I kind of just go with the flow with my hair. I'm not really picky about what side I part on. I just kind of go in both directions. For variety options. Well, I think that is pretty much it. This is as straight as I want to go. Got my little side bang. I will add a couple of drops of Rejuvenique just to kind of help control the frizz, especially when I go outside and if it's at all windy and blowing away. I just really break it down in my hands and mostly concentrate on my mid-shaft to ends. And I get frizzy up here too. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. And if you have any ideas of what you would like the next learning video to be about, let me know. I'll just fix that. We'll work with that. We'll see what happens. So, have a great day.